My name is Patricia Obiero, and allow me to demystify a myth that some people have about therapy. And this myth is that you only need therapy when you're going through a hard season in your life, or a very hard season in your life, or when you've been jilted, or when life is not going the direction that you want it to, or when you're in conflict with someone. That's the only time you need therapy. It's a lie. It's a lie. You also need therapy in the best seasons of your life. For example, if you're entering a new relationship, that's a good time to see a therapist, because remember, human beings are pattern oriented, and that's why if you wake up at 8 a.m., your mind automatically knows that you don't need an alarm. You'll find yourself waking up at 8 a.m. every single day. If you wake up at 6 a.m., you find yourself, because it's pattern, that's the pattern. So what I mean by this is that even in relationships, we are pattern oriented. There is a way that you and the person that you are relating with used to, behave, or there was your way of communication, or there was your way of argument. So you are used to that pattern. You got used to that pattern over time. So when you leave that relationship, and mostly when you're in relationships, when you are leaving, it's either you've been hurt or you have hurt the other person. So all of us live with, feeling some type of way. So when you leave a relationship and now you enter a new relationship, if you have not dealt with the pattern that you had in the previous relationship, you're likely to sabotage this other relationship. Rather, you are likely to bring in bad and negative traits and patterns that you picked from the other relationship. So for instance, if your previous relationship, you had someone who was shouting. Now, when you go into a new relationship and this person raises their voice, how it registers in your mind is that this person is shouting. And so you're just waiting for that time that either you will be jilted, or that time that maybe they'll get mad at you, or that time that the relationship will break completely. So you need to have and see a therapist so that you're able to navigate this new relationship smoothly and well. And also, you are able to look at those traits that probably did not work well for you in the previous relationship. These are things that maybe you did, or you feel you need to work on, that maybe the other person kept speaking about them over and over again. So you need to see a therapist when you are entering a new relationship. You also need to see a therapist when you have a new job opportunity and you are just beginning this new job opportunity. Because remember, every organization has a culture. Every organization have their own values, they have their own belief systems, they have their own mission and vision statement. So no organization is same as the other. So when you're stepping into this new organization or a new role, then it simply means that you need therapy, because you're able to speak with your therapist and you'll go step by step on what your expectations are in this new organization or in this new role, and how it looks like if you do not meet those expectations, maybe in the first 3 months or in the first 6 months. As well, there are some organizations that when you enter, you're given a probation. And sometimes during the probation time, so some people get nervous, other people get anxious, especially people who are suffering from anxiety. And so you need to process this with a therapist. So the same applies when you are moving countries, because this is a new step. Remember, this is a new environment you're going to. This means that you're going to have new friends. This means that probably the weather is going to change, and many more other factors. So when you're moving country, because it's a positive thing, when you're moving country, then you also need to seek therapy, because you want to understand and you want to navigate through your move. And at the same time, you want to find out, what are my expectations? If I don't get to meet these expectations, what are the coping skills that I'm going to have? How does it look like if I do not if I do not get what I am expecting? So you do not need therapy only on your bad days, or you don't need therapy only when you're going through something. You also need therapy in your good seasons in life. And let's interact on the comment section. Have you ever sought therapy for the things that I have mentioned? When you're going into a new relationship, when you have a new role at workplace, or when you're changing organizations, or even when you are moving to a new country, or any other positive thing. Have you ever had therapy? How did it work for you? What are the things that work? What are the things that did not work? And if you'd like to navigate through this and you're entering into a new relationship, or you have a new role that you're taking up, or you're joining a new organization, you're leaving the country and many more other things, you're going to a new country and many more other things, kindly reach out on the details provided below and let's get to explore more. And let me take you through the session that will lead you to become a better version of yourself. See you.